Hello, thank you for joining me. Now in this video we've come on a bit of a car camp to Leighton Moss, which is in Carnforth. Now I found this quiet little car park which is in the middle of pretty much nowhere, and it's about 3/4 of a mile from the coast, and it's the coast that I'm aiming for later on. Got myself a chicken and bacon butty from Sainsbury's and some orange juice. I'm going to have a bit of tea. Then I'm going to head down to Jenny Brown's Point, which is down by the coast, and hopefully we'll get some nice sunset photography in. And this is pretty much the last car camp I'm going to do before I go on a major trip, which will be up to Scotland. But for now, I'm going to enjoy my chicken and bacon butty. And I'm going to head to Jenny Brown's Point. So we've made it to Jenny Brown Point. Now, over that way is the Lancashire Hills towards where I live. Over there, that's Morecambe. I'll spin you around this way. In the distance, I don't know if you can make it out on the video, but that's the Lake District. This long green pile of rocks that you saw on the video, that's Jenny Brown Point. Quite possibly called a point because it's pointy. There's a location, it's a beautiful little location. The tide's gone out. I think it's only recently gone out as well, because the moisture content of the sand here, or mud, would indicate that it's been wet recently. But I think either here or just up on the rocks there is where I'm going to get my shot. If you see in the distance here, we've got some rocks on the beach. That's pretty much where the sun's going to set in about an hour or so. I think that's where the shot's going to be, looking towards the mountains. The sunset's going to very much be obscured by the mountains, but it should provide some nice silhouettes, and the cloud we've got should should give some nice reflected lighting. So I reckon this is where the shot's going to be. Now there are some pools of water which may give off some reflection in the sand as well. So I think all in all we've got a good spot here. I may walk down to the end of Jenny Brown's Point, or not the far end, but the end of this part that's separated, just down the bottom there. There's like a flow of water. I want to see if that can provide a good shot. So I'm going to try and find a composition. When I have, I'll come back to you and talk through it. Made it down to the end of Jenny Brown's Point, or at least this part that I can get to. I can't quite get to that other part over there. I'm glad I took the chance, because this is a gorgeous spot for a photograph. Now, I've got two choices really. I can photograph towards the land, which looks really rugged and nice, got some nice texture on it, if I show you. That looks really nice. I've got this pool of water. Now something has just jumped into the water over there, but I've got this pool of water over me in front of me. And when that pool of water calms down, it's reflecting. It's really, it's got a nice, really nice reflection on it. The sun is going to set behind those mountains in the distance over there. It's up there now. It's going to kind of come down at this angle and set around here somewhere, which should highlight the Lake District mountains nicely. Now, I'm only going to be able to decide which one to do when it comes close to the time. I can't cross over there because that is basically mud, and I don't know how boggy that mud gets. I've walked on a bit of it up there and it was a bit spongy, but I didn't sink into it, so it was alright. But I know to keep as close to this rock area as possible if I need to get back quickly. Now, I think the tide has gone out. The problem with here is the tide will come all the way up to where I'm stood right now. In fact, it probably comes deeper than this. I'd say it comes over my head at this point when it's fully in, and I'd say it probably comes in quick here. Because it's so flat, as soon as that tide starts coming in, it's going to roll in quickly. You're barely going to notice it. So I'm keeping an eye on this rock pool in front of me. Well, not rock pool, but estuary or whatever. And I'm watching for any variations in the height. I'll be watching these rocks that are all around me. If they start to get covered with water, I'll know it's time to leg it. I'm going to set up, I'm going to test a few compositions and see which one I like the most, but I'm thinking this way towards the land might be better if we get some reflected light in the sky. We might just get some colour bouncing up into the sky over this way and some reflections in that water. If that happens, that's going to make for a cracker of a shot. So I'm going to get set up and I'll bring you back close to the event. Okay, so I've chosen my composition. Now I have chosen to shoot towards the land, more so. At least the land is making up kind of a third of my image. Now I've got this nice S-curve in the front from this little mini pull I've got going on here, and that leads nicely round into the bigger S-curve of the main sort of body of land that's in the background, and the estuary the water that goes round to it. Now, if the water does calm down, that should create a nice reflection. The sky has a lot of cloud in it, so that may light up later. It may colour up as well. There is, however, a lot of cloud on the horizon, and the weather app does say that it's going to rain. So I don't know what I'm going to get. If I think the last of the light is going, I'll get some shots. If I can hold out till sunset and it looks like there's going to be a sunset, then I'm going to hold out for that. But at the moment, I'm loving the look of the land next to the pool of water in front of it, and I'm hoping for a bit of the sunset there. That should make for a nice shot. So when I do get that image, I'll come back and I'll talk you through it. It's looking a bit like the sunset's going to disappear behind these clouds. I don't know if you can see around me, there's some really dark clouds. This is what my weather's saying at the moment. It's over the next 2 hours, it's progressively getting worse. More rainy, more miserable weather. And at 5 o'clock in the morning, it's 100% chance for rain. So, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to sit it out here until sunset and hope I get some sort of decent shot. But because at the end of this week I have a wedding to go to and we're off to Wales, so I think instead of car camping for tonight, I'm going to make my way back home, get everything set up for the weekend in Wales and the wedding, and just make the best of the photos I can get. There's no point staying out when it's going to be raining all night. Heavy rain at 100%. I'm not going to get any sleep. I came out here to relax, not be kept awake all night with tittering on the top of the car. So I'm going to bottle out of this one, because next month I have a big trip planned that's probably going to involve camping rather than car camping. It's going to be a week in Scotland, so I'm going to be going to a loch and doing some kayak camping as well. This just isn't worth it when I've got that to look forward to. I don't really fancy car camping tonight when it's going to be raining, and I've got a much better trip coming up. One of the main reasons I'm doing this tonight is to chill out a bit, relax a bit, de-stress a bit. I just know I've got better trips coming up. Especially Scotland. First time in a couple of years since I've been to Scotland, so I'm really, really looking forward to that one. And I get to go home to Wales this week. I'm going to stick it out here for about another hour, just to see if I get any form of colour or light or anything like that. If I do, I'll bring you back. About 20 minutes from actual sunset at the moment. We're right in the middle of golden hour, and that's my light. A little bit of golden hue above the clouds. There is the potential for that to turn into something more later, but looking at that over there and all this behind me, I'm not holding any hope up for that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this shot anyway. I'm going to take it now. We've got a little bit of warm tone in the sky that I can maybe bring out later in the image, but I'm going to shoot this at f8, 1/100th of a second, and ISO 100. I'm not using my polarizer or anything like that. I'm literally just shooting it as it comes. I want the reflection in the water. I don't want to remove that reflection. There is no glare because there's no glare to be had, and to be honest, with the polarizer I'm shooting pretty much almost into the sun anyway, so it wouldn't have that much of an effect. There isn't enough colour in the scene for the effects of the polarizer to make any difference to. So I'm just going to take the shot straight out. But for this is... it's becoming a bust. That little bit of colour there might pop a bit more, but I think it's more likely the cloud's going to come over more, and if I don't make a decision soon to call it and head back to the car, I'm probably going to get caught in a downpour. And looking over towards the car, that's all black cloud as well. Doesn't look black cloud on this, but it is. This shot I've just taken here is any good. I'll put it up now for you. Okay, so I'm basically walking back to the car now. From my perspective, it's about 15 minutes since the last piece that I just did. It's getting darker and blacker out there. It doesn't look like it on this. This is the Insta360 Ace Pro 2, and its low light capabilities are actually fantastic, which is exactly what I wanted for these car camps. I'm also walking down a pretty dark lane that looks like it's street lit or something. It's actually quite dark. Not dark enough for me to need a torch, but give it another half an hour I would. Now, it's going to be rare for me to put a video like this out, because this isn't a failure, it's a giving up. That's not something I often do. I don't record my giving up videos. But as I did mention before, I've got too much coming up, and I'm just not feeling this. Don't get me wrong, I'm loving being out here. It's really calm, it's really beautiful. I do feel a bit somewhat de-stressed. Not distressed, de-stressed. But I'm just not feeling it. A few years ago I went to the Isle of Skye, and I gave up. I gave up because I had burnout. It's taken me it took me 2 years to get over that. It was the end of 2022. Some of you may remember the video I put out. There's a lot of new subscribers on that won't remember those videos. because they were on my old channel, but yeah, I had severe stress and burnout, and I gave up in the Isle of Skye. I drove all the way there that day and drove basically all the way back overnight, and I didn't do any photography for a long time. Next month I'm going to be going back to the Isle of Skye. Now, the reason it's significant is because I love the Isle of Skye. It's one of my favourite places, and I just can't wait. I'm also going to Loch Marie as well. I've been wanting to do a wild camp there for a while, and with all those thoughts in mind and the excitement of going there again, going back to Scotland again, I'm just not feeling it. Next video you'll get, I think I'm going to do a vlog style video in Llandudno. We're going to go up on the tram to the Great Orme, so I want to make the most of the scenery up there and kind of show it off a bit. Weather permitting, I'm going to do that final peak in Conway that I haven't done on video yet. I've been up to Castell Cai Sion, I think that's how you say it. I'm sure somebody will correct me. I've been up there about 3 times now, but I've never vlogged it, so I think that's on the cards this time. Thanks for watching this one and listening to me, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.